Hello, welcome back, and we are basically back in, well, Recon Wildlands, and this is kind of like a cleanup mission, and by that what I mean is, so as you can see, most of these buchons are kind of actually done, so we're just gonna start cleaning up different things, like missions, just to get some closure up here, maybe discover some Kingslayer files, things like this. So apparently we have El Yayo to take down, and there's a mission here. Elsena's proposition, so we're just gonna basically just clean this stuff up, see how we end up, and we'll go from there. And currently we're just gonna go get those Kingslayer files, probably resurrect my body who just respawned, and things like that. Again, I do hope, guys, you're having a wonderful Saturday. If not, well, please do make some effort to make it so. And yeah, participate in the chat, leave a comment, do whatever you want. Let's roll.
Frag out. Get some. Kill confirmed. Target number 2, there.
Where is that god-awful alarm? What the hell? That's it. Let's go and clean this up. Let's do the cleanup. Clean stuff up.
Lemon pledge.
Looks like there's still someone here. Let's take them out.
Deploying the drone.
Okay, looks like we're pretty good now. Let's get those Kingslayer files. Move on from that point on.
We'll leave a marker so the rebels can pick up these supplies later.
Mijo, can you hear me?
Karen, we have got some fucked up friends. I just expected Pacatari to give me some chicken feet to give to El Sueño and El Moro. But that bastard discarded Amaru, the damn founder of their fucking rebellion. You know, I gotta say, it's a smart play. With Amaru gone, Pacatari has no rival for the leadership of the rebellion. Authority of their group was always split between the two of them, but now there's nobody left to disagree with Pac. Giving Amaru to the cartel, the old man...
El Sueño wants to meet. Maybe he wants to negotiate, maybe he wants to kill.
Ask Pacatari to send us a vehicle.
Buenas, amigo. Here's your copter.
Sure are a lot of lights and switches up here.
So we have 15 clicks to fly actually, so to be honest, guys, kick back and relax and enjoy your Wildlands airline experience, and hopefully we will make there in one piece without being shot down by a SAM site.
locked down damn good for a barn.
Back home, all we ever needed for a barn was a padlock. Barns back home must not have anything worth stealing. Not worth as much as a couple tons of coca, anyway.
This is one of those legal coca farms.
So, like, can we get some legal coca here? For the altitude?
For the altitude, yeah.
You're not having any coca. You know, first thing headquarters is gonna do when we get back home is make us piss in a cup.
But the altitude, it's getting hard to breathe.
Shut up.
So since we are 4 clicks away and we're actually at 3.5, 3.6 clicks up, we can easily just jump out and fly to our destination. And I do hope you guys are seeing this beautiful world, and if you are following the streams you will actually remember most of these provinces. I died there, there, and almost everywhere here, so basically how it works. Yeah, you know those piles of rocks you sometimes see? That's the place where you die, I think. That makes sense. Time to listen to El Geno's offering. Which is gonna be take a car, because, well...
We've got a large cartel base. Keep your eyes open. Phone.
That's no IED. It's ringing too much.
Find it. I still don't see anybody.
What the fuck is going on?
Stay sharp. Watch for an ambush. There's the phone.
We're gonna answer. I ain't picking that shit up.
Fuck's sake.
Hola, caballeros. This is El Sueño. It is a pleasure to finally speak with you.
And here I thought we were gonna meet face to face. Don't tell me you're running late.
I apologize for the subterfuge. But people in our line of work, we must be cautious. But I am not the liar. There are no sicarios in your area. No unidad. I only wish to talk.
Tell us where you are, then we'll talk.
I am only attempting to end the bloodshed. There is no need for it. It's bad for my business. And it is bad for Bolivia. This country has been trying to get back on its feet for decades. Do not kick your dad down.
Says the guy who turned this country into his own personal glory hole. You got something of value to say?
There are 4 cars in front of you. Consider them a signing bonus.
You better say that again. Must be something wrong with my hearing. You want to hire us?
You're 4 of the most dangerous people alive. Of course I want to hire you. Every day you risk your life for your country. And your government pays you casi nada. Put those skills to work for me, for Santa Blanca, and you will make more money than you can imagine.
Sorry, but we're gonna have to politely ask you to go fuck yourself. See, we only came to this meeting to kill you. The fact that you aren't here just means you get a little more time on this earth. But I figure you should start saying your goodbyes, because we're coming for you. And we're gonna burn you down.
So be it. I will enjoy watching you try.
And again, as I mentioned previously, Nomad's
I asked the rebels to send over a bowman.
is completely different from what we see in Breakpoint.
Job offer.
Job offer.
Benefits package wasn't great. We told him we were gonna kill him. So you're stuck with us for now.
Fair enough. Be in touch.
I got eyes on a weapons case.
Yeah, broken. And the story was
Awesome. I can put this to use.
El Yayo's fallen out of favor with the cartel. Let's bring him in. It's time we made him an offer.
So, well, Mr. Death is actually flying us over to our next destination, which is El Yayo, apparently. Basically, as I said, this is this weird point where a lot of different things are not really aligning well after replaying Wildlands again, and when I look back on Breakpoint, it's almost like this character is not present in Breakpoint. It might be called Nomad, but this character is witty, he's smart, he's cunning, he's skilled. The guy in Breakpoint is like an old fossil who's been dug out of the grave and who doesn't even understand how deadly drones work. We have explosive drones here, we have noisemakers, EMP drones, medical drones. The Nomad in Breakpoint is absolutely fucking clueless.
And if you think about it, in the expansions you have the drones that shoot people as well in the DLC.
Yeah, so you can actually upgrade your drone so you can basically shoot guns. And I mean, I do believe this is why people felt kind of a little bit cheated, I would say, when it comes to this game, because not this, but the Breakpoint, because literally whatever we've seen so far, it's just not really playing out well for, you know, our character. But we'll talk about that a little bit later once we finish all this. So let's do the El Yayo then.
Drone is up.
Drone is airborne.
Recon find any... I got a second target. Third target. Target number 5.
I have a stealth mission here, boys. We need to grab El Yayo without being detected. Which is a pretty interesting thing to do, considering there's a lot of enemies up front.
This is the place. Let's take this low and slow. If the cartel realizes we're here, the first thing they'll do is kill El Yayo.
Copy that. Target is down.
Okay, we're kind of suspected. Okay, move slow on that side. I'm gonna go from other side, see if we can drop them all eventually. So yeah, I don't know. This is why, even after all these times of replaying Wildlands, I'm just still returning to it. It just feels right. It feels good. It feels as it should be.
More fun.
Yeah, and it's more fun, it's more engaging, it looks more beautiful actually. There is life in this world. There's civilians, you know, things like that. I mean, I don't know why we are not getting all this in Breakpoint. It's so weird. Well, of course we do have some civilians, I'm not saying we're not having any, but in general sense of things, we don't really have them. Okay, we have one in the courtyard, one in the back. You okay for the courtyard? Use a pistol.
In a second. I think he's at line of sight on the other one.
We're blown. Haul ass. We can't let him kill El Yayo. Kill confirmed.
Vámonos. I'm taking you someplace safe.
I cannot leave.
Okay, I got the car.
That I'm God. The cartel will kill my family.
Get in, get in, get in, get in.
I'll drive.
Go.
just ahead. You'll get comfortable. I get the feeling we'll be
Okay.
getting right back out again.
Roger that.
There was a lot of weird shit going on around here with Las Enteras cult. The people here, the families, they're gonna sleep a lot better at night knowing she's not around.
Okay, I'm accepting him. That was quick. I can heal you.
Damn, that's gonna hurt in the morning.
Okay, let's go and
Silencio,
listen
marche.
to this guy's interrogation, which I do believe is one of the best.
I should have known. CIA has brought in our own sicarios. Simon Bolivar said the United States was destined to plague the Americas with misery. Now that misery is upon my house.
He says Sueño has his family.
You could have led with that. These 4 gunfighters are your best last hope at saving your family. So are you gonna play ball, or are you gonna bury more kin?
Save my family. Then I decide if I will talk.
Oh, we're in for a long haul here, boys and girls and Apaches and Cobras and Blackhawks and any other type of chopper you might want to identify as. I would prefer something with big guns and a lot of boom boom explosives hooked up to your wings there, but well, not even wings, armament points, but you get the idea. So I think we need to go and do our due diligence to wrap this up, and probably this is gonna be the cleanup of the game. Maybe we're gonna even manage to do El Sueño. We'll see. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. The same way I'm waiting for game to load, which is sometimes a bit annoying, to be honest. I don't know why. It's maybe just loading in the next chunk of things. No idea.
Ready?
Right, so let's think where we need to go now.
I think I've got your dog on my lap.
Yes, and there is a dog in my
Rhino's
friend's
family's
lap.
in the cartel district of a village called Bahia Floresta. We've got to move fast. Sueño finds he's gone, that family's dead.
Well, looks like we have 500 meters to save a family. How convenient. Guess we're doing that now. Operator style. Let's see how good we are at absolutely zero communication in taking down the cartel. If it moves, shoot it. If it's a civilian,
Coming up on Bahia
apologize.
Floresta. Yayo's wife and son are supposed to be somewhere in the village. Keep your eyes open.
Watch out, enemy with submachine guns. What's the recon? Eyes on a third. Tango 5. Another tango. Count is now 10.
Sé que no encontrar municiones por aquí.
Thank you.
I called the rebels for reinforcements.
Copy that.
Frag out.
Frag out.
Goddamn.
They're going after the wife and son. Stop them.
What's going on out there? My guest is getting antsy. You find Yayo's family?
We're working on it.
Understood. Just hurry, okay? It's gonna be damned ironic if the dude has a coronary waiting for his wife and son.
Roger that.
Don't touch me!
Calm down, Chewie. Your father sent us.
You expect me to believe that?
You can believe whatever the fuck you want as long as you shut up and follow instructions. Now follow me. Both packages secure. Let's get them back to their old man.
I'll pilot.
That's how you do it.
The old man's fault, isn't it? He's too greedy and too proud. A man cannot be both.
Cállate, mijo. Rudy does his best for his family, for the cocaleros.
How do we even know he's with you?
This is it. You're safe now.
Second target, right there.
Let's go and see what the old guy has to say about all this.
Rodolfo.
Mi Rosita, ¿estás bien?
Sí, mi vida.
Papa, what trouble had you gotten us into now, old man?
We just got you out of trouble, kid.
Don't expect us to believe that. Ustedes blanquiñosos yankees only bring problems to Bolivia. I may be too young to have marched with the cocaleros in '96, but I have seen the scars on the protesters who were beaten.
Oh, eat a dick. I'm sick of this anti-American bullshit. We're not your enemy, kid.
But you're not our friend either.
Tranquilo, mijo. I have made deals with many devils in my time, and it has always been to protect my family, to ensure that my people, los cocaleros, survive. Now I have made my deal with you, Agent Bowman. I'm sure to regret it later, but for now, it will allow us to see another day.
Bowman get what you want?
Nobody's happy about it, but yeah, looks that way.
Fucking ingrates. They know we saved their lives, right?
All I know is the cartel's gonna have a hell of a time making cocaine without El Yayo. The rest is over my pay grade.
I heard that.
Okay, and at this point, we can actually get to El Cieno. So, I think this is it, boys and girls.
Buckle up.
Buckle the fuck up. We're going for the big cheese himself, but not before I actually spend some skill points real quick. Not like that's gonna really matter in a big scheme of things, but you know, it's better to have it. We're gonna get as much as we can for whatever I have. As you can see, I have 52 skill points, and we're not even fully maxed out, so there's way more skill points than you should. So yeah, we're just gonna keep it that way. I'm probably gonna use the medic drone.
Yourself. There will be no tricks, but I doubt you will have much reason to come after me. Once you Nobody has to say.
So let me just tag this beautiful devilish mission, or actually we can just all go to Montauk Bravo and go from there. Because the flight will take us about a day and a half, considering the amount or the length of the region.
There's a plane here.
Okay.
We've received word from Pat Katari that one of his rebels
Let's
might
roll.
have discovered El Sueño's location. Talk to the rebel and find out what he knows.
I asked Pacatoria to send us a vehicle.
Let's reach the
This is the
location.
RV.
Start this.
Something isn't right. Come on, move. Shit, I got a body here. It's that rebel leader Amaru.
We freed that guy from the cartel.
I'm trying to call Pac, but it isn't going through.
Think Pac and his rebels threw down with the cartel, and Pac had to run?
It doesn't look like there was much of a fight here. I'm calling Bowman. Maybe she's heard from Pac. Bowman, got a situation. You set up a meet with Pac and one of his guys.
With Pac? Where are you?
Listen, instead of Pac, we found Amaru. He's been killed. Have you heard from Pacatari?
Pacatari is here with me in Pucara.
Bowman. Bowman.
The hell is going on here?
No idea, but we gotta get to Bowman, fast.
Never thought I'd hear myself say this about a CIA officer, but if they hurt her, I'll burn this whole fucking country down to get back at them.
Right there with you, man.
Bowman said Pac was with her, then the call got cut off.
Might be the sat phone dropped the call.
Might be Pac fucked us. Weaver, can you track Bowman's last known in Pucara?
Got it.
And now we can finally get on with the mission. Take down El Sueño.
Bowman.
Pacatari.
What about him?
He turned on us. We were sent here as a diversion.
Diversion from what?
Sueño. The rebels found out where he is. Get to the mausoleum. I'll meet you there. Nomad? You understand what this means, right?
From here on out, Pakatari and the rebels are no longer our allies.
And this text right here, from this point on, Pakatari is not our allies. This is the turning point of the character. There's no more moral gray area. This is basically this battle-hardened veteran, and we see this character develop this. He remembers the time he was in the sandbox with Bukhart, the ghost or seal who was basically went to work for the cartel. We don't have this in Breakpoint at all, and this is again one of the big problems Breakpoint has. We don't get the character we just respect in Wildlands. Like in here, he knows I need to do this. This is a dirty job. There's no way around it. He's not sugarcoating it. He's just sticking with it. That's what he does day in, day out, and this probably is why this whole thing actually just feels good. Like
Contact! Rebel hostiles!
I don't know. Let's go for El Sueno. Let's kill the rocket shooting chopper over there, which is very happily shooting rockets at us. This is by no means DSS or DCS, but goddamn, it looks pretty damn good though. An aerial battle, right? Rockets, sparks flying. I mean, come on. Look at this. This is 2017.
Yeah, the locals use it for irrigation. Seems like overkill. I reckon somebody was optimistic about agriculture in Bolivia.
That's how you do it. Now, I think, since we have 8 minutes, we will just parachute down straight to the mausoleum door and go in to get the ending, and then we're gonna get the second ending as well. Stick through the first credits so you can actually see how that all works out, and honestly I think it's gonna be pretty damn cool. You know, if you know what I mean. This is where the salt is.
In comparison to the others.
SB builds them for their Bruchonis. I've got a healthy enough ego to say I want something like this when I die. What are you, a SEAL? Because I don't know any quiet professionals who'd need something like this.
Now I'm just gonna hope I'm gonna reach the door with the chute and the chopper will just lose track of me. Also, there should be at least 2 or 3 gunmen by the door. So I'm gonna really hoping I'm just gonna nail it just right. But we are professionals here. And I made it. So here we go.
Show us your fucking hands! Now!
I would. But unfortunately, my hands are full at the moment.
Where is he? I want to see the big bad Jefe.
Put it down.
As you wish. Adios, Senor Katari.
You have 5 seconds to get on your knees and interlace your fingers before I put a hollow point through your forehead.
You're going to want to answer your phone, Officer Bowman.
Hello? Sir? Yes. Yes, I don't understand. Sir, that is not possible. I am telling you that it's not... Please, I am asking you that you... Sir. Yes, I understand. Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Bowman?
Fuck you! Fuck!
Bowman, what is it? Bowman!
He got full immunity. He made a deal and he got...
A deal with
Fuck!
who?
Who do you think? The DOJ?
Hold on. Hold on. You're not
He
saying...
offered up the heads of 4 other cartels, plus 3 terror groups that traffic heroin.
His competition. How is this possible?
As I told you, if you have power, everything else follows. Now, if you don't mind, Senora Bowman, it seems that yesterday you were my adversary. Today you are nothing but my chauffeur. Take me to your supervisors.
And here she loses her shit.
I'm sorry.
Bowman, no!
This is exactly what people wanted. This, that Karen actually has a conscience. Let's watch
The
this
dream
trailer.
is dead. If you're watching this, that means I have executed El Sueño. I'm certain that people will think I went crazy. That I did it out of emotion, that I broke. Fuck them. They're wrong. I knew exactly what I was doing. This piece of shit, this monster, tortured my friend. Killed him. Decapitated my partner. Massacred thousands. And he gets to walk? Sorry, but not on my fucking watch. Given what El Sueño knew about Ricky Sandoval, he would have been unstoppable. Trivia question. What happens when you give immunity to a drug lord? Ding ding ding. You get a dictator. Taking out a drug lord is one thing, but stopping a dictator? You need a few more than 4 operators for that. My career, my freedom, my life is not worth more than the people of South America. Obviously, not everyone agrees, which is why I'm most likely now in a federal correctional institute, getting 3 hots and a cot for the next 45 to life for murder. By now, CIA has probably released an official statement saying the case officer in question is no longer employed by this agency and acted in direct opposition to her superiors. Her actions have caused great harm to the continued efforts of the intelligence community here and abroad. And guess what? They're right. I would have done the same thing as them. No hard feelings here. I just hope they don't leave Bolivia. Without Pakatari, the rebellion will tear itself apart with infighting. Unidad will make a deal with the next criminal organization that comes along, and the remains of Santa Blanca will split off and form new mini-cartels, all with shitty names like Nueva Frontera Cartel, Barrio Familia, and Los Hijos del Sueño. Everyone will continue killing each other for that coca. I wonder, if God knew all the destruction that this little leaf would bring, would she have still created it? Or maybe that's exactly why she did. I don't even know anymore. But it's no longer my question to answer. So I leave you with this. In the dying words of Augustus, founder and first emperor of the Roman Empire, have I played the part well? Then applaud as I exit. Bowman out.
Now here comes the fun part. We have to survive. Basically, we're gonna skip this end credits. I've seen them just as a tribute to the persons who actually made this game. As much as I'm salty about Ubisoft and a lot of their decisions, but people who did this, graphic designer, the story director, the mechanics, there are certain people, certain departments. It's not one person. It's a department. Probably a department of 50, maybe 150 employees, maybe 5. They deserve recognition. They deserve to be read in the titles. Please, people, those titles roll for about, I would say, 5 to 12 minutes, honestly. And Just read through the names. You know, maybe one day you will read about them in a newspaper. You will see them in a Twitter post or Facebook. Maybe you will be like, hey, I think I know this name. I think that's enough. That's good enough. They definitely deserve that. I just need to get the hell out. Come on, Bravo. Grab the chopper and fuck off. Then we're gonna do this mission again because there's an alternative ending. For those who doesn't know, you're gonna see the alternative ending now as well. So hang tight, I just need to get out of the zone and hopefully not being blown out of the sky. Even yes, I'm just gonna tactically retreat from the sand, but should be okay. So we're actually pretty well done. There's 2 skills available, nothing for me. And let's just redo this mission again. I think I need to get out first. Let's see where my buddy's at. My buddy is right somewhere below me. I hope he's got some craft beers for me because we literally just ended the cartel oppression. And we got congratulations. You only destabilized 95% of the cartel. So that's due to the Sandoval not being finished fully, but that is absolutely fine. Complete 100% of the missions to unlock the new ending. So that's exactly what we're gonna basically do now, real
or
quick.
You can jump onto me. Save some time.
Or I can just join my buddy Death. And here we go, we have the alternative ending as well.
Okay, so we don't need to.
So we can actually just go ahead and replay this one. So let's restart.
El Sueño wants to meet. Maybe he wants to negotiate, maybe he wants to kill you.
So we need the RV first.
Watch your ass.
Wait, hold up. That's not that mission what we need actually. Hold your horses, I fucked up.
We've received word from Pakatari that one of his rebels might have discovered El Sueño's location. Talk to the rebel and find out what he knows.
Yep, and we're going to replay this real quick. So it's again back to RV, back to Karen, back to El Sueño, so just stay tuned. Sorry about that, folks.
out of here.
I asked the rebels to send over a vehicle for us.
We freed that guy from the cartel. I'm trying to call Pac, but it ain't going through. Think Pac and his rebels threw down with the cartel, and Pac had to run? It doesn't look like there was much of a fight here. I'm calling Bowman. Maybe she's heard from Pac.
Bowman, we've got a situation. We set up a meet with Pac and one of his guys.
With Pac? Where are you?
Listen, instead of Pac, we found Amaru. He's been killed. You heard from Pakatari?
Pakatari is here with me in Pucara.
Bowman.
The hell is going on here?
No idea. But we gotta get to Bowman. Fast.
Never thought I'd hear myself say this about a CIA officer, but if they hurt her, I'll burn this whole fucking country down. Right there with you, man.
Eyes up. Let's get back to work.
Never thought I'd hear myself say this about a CIA officer, but if they hurt her, I'll burn this whole fucking country down to get back at them. Right there with you, man.
Bowman said Pac was with her. Then the call got cut off.
Might be the sat phone dropped the call.
Might be Pac fucked us. Weaver, can you track Bowman's last known in Pucara?
Got it.
So we're gonna try the same thing, so it's just gonna land on a road or here, that's fair enough. Trigger the cutscene, get to the Bowman and try to get to the door. Need to quickly reload before we do that so we can actually get the alternative ending hopefully.
Bowman.
So there's no changes in this particular cutscene, however the ending itself should change. So that's what we're gonna try. And I'm happy to see that actually this stream is 52 minutes and we actually cleaned up most of the map. And we actually get access to this mission as well, so... And this is pretty good. And again, we're gonna talk about this, once we finish this mission we're gonna go somewhere safe. You know, somewhere where you get all the signs that wet floor, you know, this is not gluten free and stuff like that. And we're just gonna have a little safe place and talk about our general feelings about this mission. Or basically the Wildlands and Breakpoint in general, so just stay tuned for that if you want.
Contact! Rebel hostiles!
That's how you folks do it.
Show us your fucking hands! Now!
I would,
But unfortunately, my hands are full at the moment.
Where is he? I want to see the big bad Jefe.
Put it down.
As you wish. Adios, Senor Katari.
You have 5 seconds to get on your knees and interlace your fingers before I put a hollow point through your forehead.
You're going to want to answer your phone, Officer Bowman.
Hello? Sir? Yes. Yes, I don't understand. Sir, that is not possible. I am telling you that it's not... Please, I am asking you that you... Sir... Yes, I understand. Fuck!
Bowman?
Fuck you! Fuck!
Bowman, what is it? Bowman!
He got full immunity. He made a deal and he got...
A deal with
Fuck!
who?
Who do you think? The DOJ!
Hold on. Hold on. You're not
He
saying...
offered up the heads of 4 other cartels, plus 3 terror groups that traffic heroin.
His competition. How is this possible?
As I told you, if you have power, everything else follows. Now, if you don't mind, Senora Bowman, it seems that yesterday you were my adversary. Today you are nothing but my chauffeur. Take me to your supervisors.
I'm sorry. NOC Karen Bowman, Plan Bolivia After Action Report. Officially, Operation Kingslayer was a success. The Santa Blanca drug cartel was dismantled, Unidad forces are severely weakened, and major shakeups are happening inside the Bolivian government. While the investigation into DEA agent Ricky Sandoval's murder continues, we're confident that those responsible have been neutralized. Most importantly, the man known as El Sueño is no more. He is now confidential informant number 38726B, and CI 38726B has been a veritable goldmine of intelligence. The Las Manos Muertas cartel accountant gunned down by the Mexican Marines last week? That was his. The El Saif terrorist cell arrested in Austria a month ago? Him too. Those Corsican mafia gunrunners taken down in West Africa? All thanks to the snitch formerly known as El Sueño. The deal is, as long as he provides us with actionable intel, we let him keep breathing that fresh, freedom-filled air. Obviously, he's not ratting out his friends. These are all rival groups encroaching on his business. But, as the old adage goes, the enemy of my enemy is still a fucking enemy. And what does he get in return? Aside from the elimination of anyone standing in his way? A luxurious 3-bedroom condo in Pinecrest, Florida, along with free meals, a $50 per diem, and unlimited pay-per-view, all at the expense of our noble taxpayers. Of course, freedom is a malleable term. Thus, his room and board comes with 24-hour surveillance, live-in guards, and cameras in every room. Ever wonder how a former drug lord takes a shit? Trust me on this, it's not nearly as exciting as you'd think. And since most of the shit I say gets redacted anyway, I might as well give you a glimpse into my crystal ball. It won't last. Eventually, he's gonna run out of targets. And then what? No way CIA is putting up the money for a lifetime membership in WITSEC. Best case scenario? Mexico finally files their extradition papers and he ends up in prison for about a week before he disappears into the back of a suspiciously unattended laundry truck. Worst case, we just cut him loose. Maybe he spends a few weeks vacationing in the darkest corners of Eastern Europe before making his way down to El Salvador. Starts up a new cartel. Calls it El Renacimiento, the Rebirth. spends 10 times more on security forces this go-round, then makes his way into Peru and takes over the coca trade there. But now, he doubles down. Meth manufacturing. Heroin from the Middle East. MDMA, bath salt, steroids. If someone wants to swallow it, snort it, smoke it, or inject it, he'll make it, move it, and market it. Except guess the fuck what? I will be right there, waiting for him. Me and my friends. Those operators. The ones who can't be seen, can't be heard, and can't possibly exist. Yet somehow, still manage to haunt your dreams. Bowman out.
So that is that. Let me just quickly get to a safe place, which is, well, kind of hard to find in Bolivia, but I do believe we can actually manage to do that. Just scale a cliff or something. I've just ordered an Uber to come to my location, and the app says that it's being driven by Mr. Death, and apparently it's going to be a chopper as well, so, you know, that's something I never used before. So these are the two alternative endings that you're gonna get. If you miss the first ending, I do believe it's about 5 to 8 minutes back in the stream. If you're watching live, well, we're gonna go over some things or our impressions since we played through both games multiple times in different difficulties. So replaying Wildlands again just kind of feels back home, you know. So we have actually reached our safe place here on this beautiful view, and let me just adjust my microphone a little bit. I do hope the dog will not bark into it. If he will, well, that's kind of on him. And this is it. So let's have a little chat about all this. Mr. Death, so what is your insight after we basically beaten the game again? Having you know, fun and jokes and giggles. Oh, he's playing Raid Shadow Legends, our non-existent sponsor. Just having a laugh. Anyway, take it away, man. What do you think?
Honestly, Wildlands still is pretty cool. It's been a while since I played it. It's good to come back. And the atmosphere, as you keep saying, is much cleaner, more energetic, brighter. It's more human. Breakpoint just seems very robotic in all aspects. Characters seem more robotic. They don't seem to have any characteristics. Characters are uncharacteristic. They're just empty slates. And even the storyline doesn't seem to make much sense, especially as we pointed out previously. If we were to play the what's it called? Oracle.
Okay, Oracle, yeah.
Walker and Oracle, and Walker and Breakpoint are so contrasting. Nomad in this and Nomad in Breakpoint are so contrasting. It may as well be different characters.
Exactly, and this is again, while playing through this game again, as I said, and I'm gonna say it again, I have a beef with Ubisoft when it comes to their creations, but goddamn, when you look at the character, the Nomad, and how he acts, his decision making, his logic, his arguments, his response, his dedication, his overall attitude to his life and the mission and the service itself, we don't get any of that in Breakpoint. We have someone who's kind of like, hoorah, USA, and then they basically fall on their ass because they see a drone, what the fuck is that? And even when it comes to like very basic human interaction with like the rebels, or when you interrogate your targets of interest, there's very little emotional baggage that comes with it. It's more like, you know, it's very scripted. It's like, I'm gonna say this thing and you're gonna respond this thing. There's no logical reasoning behind it. While here, even if you play with or without teammates, and you've seen that you still get chatter from the teammates, even if you play solo, even if you play as a co-op, there is their own thoughts how, you know, things should be done. And in Breakpoint it's just non-existent. We have Walker, who's completely out of character. We have Nomad, who's completely out of character. The story in Wildlands is much rich, even with two separate endings.
And Bolivia itself is a character.
Yeah,
the location
the place
is
itself.
a character.
I absolutely agree. I mean, just look at this place. And as I said, and I've made so many videos about Wildlands, which is not only a stream, it's a recording, 4040p, ultra settings. It's a beautiful, seamless world. You can travel with whichever point you currently see on a screen. You can go down and visit. Whatever is there, you're gonna find it or not. There's hidden secrets, there's Easter eggs, there's so much things in here.
And the map's much bigger than Wildlands. Borderland. Breakpoint.
Breakpoint, yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, it's...
The map's very extensive. You can see how far it travels. You've got the different regions and the different... You've got the salt plains in the top left, Kwame.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got the wintry sort of mountain regions down in Inca
Camina or something? Yeah.
You've got all the different sort of the lake district, the sort of very sort of in the middle. And you've got the jungle areas down the bottom, like Fort Dior and all that sort of. So you've got very interchanging landscapes, whereas Breakpoint, yeah, it has some differences, but it's all sort of, it's just kind of flat.
Yeah, I mean, Breakpoint map is kind of stretched out a bit when it comes to it. Yeah, you can visit the Volcano Island, or the Golem Island, nowadays at least, which you couldn't at the very beginning, and that's pretty much it. Everything else is just the same. The roads are always filled with enemies, there's no civilians driving around, there's no traffic. Nighttime, like, they made the darkest night, which you cannot navigate without the night vision goggles, which is a great addition, but there's nothing really much to see. So even by hiding whatever there is by a mod, or basically just a shadow over, it doesn't really help matters. Yes, in terms of you know, mill sims, and people play mill sims, you can play mill sim, I would say, almost on every game, to be completely fair, you know.
Yeah, but also one thing about this is the content. If you just even look at that, the screen you're on now, look how many things we've ticked off. And if you go into one, how many submissions there are in one. If you actually round it up, you've got so many missions, and they're all over the place to make you travel. We're not, oh, go fetch this, go do that. They're actual missions which feel like they're linked. Not fetch quests that are go here, go back here. Oh,
yeah,
you have to.
The missions complement themselves. They progress the storyline of each individual character. Like, you know more about Boston Reed if you collect information. You find out that Carl Buchart again is basically your ranger buddy. You understand that La Plaga is a guy who was I know El Bukita is the guy who's in love with the beauty queen and stuff. I mean, all this, you have so much different things. None of these relationships between the Buchones, like one of them hates El Senio, like the bodyguard, because so La Plaga or whoever shot his dog because he was smoking crack out of an M4 or something. All this crazy actual shit that happens, and like La Gringa that basically thinks that everything is fine. Like the dude from Caimanes, where was that crazy bastard?
You can also see some humanity in each one. I mean, El Yayo cared about his family to an extent. The sort of inhumaneness of the cannibals. I can't remember what their names are, but the cannibal ones. The sort of self-absorbedness of the beauty queen, but then she also wants to. Is it not her son she wants to protect, or her daughter?
Yeah, it was a daughter. Yeah, so she was basically because of the daughter. El Cerebro, this guy who was basically just pissing in our face by telling us, you don't matter. I mean, every single one of those, they have a story to tell. They play a role. They play a part. And in Breakpoint, they are just there as literal physical NPCs. They don't do much. They're not doing anything by themselves or because they have a purpose. They're just, I'm just a scientist. Well, yeah, I kind of made a killer drone, but who didn't? We're all doing the same thing here. And it just breaks all of this immersion in the world. And I don't know.
But also, I mean, even we've played now Wildlands. We also played the DLCs. But if you think about it, even playing the bits in Breakpoint, from what I remember at least, you had the Amber Sky, which was pretty boring.
It was pretty boring. It was basically Warzone, but on third person.
You had the Splinter Cell one, which I can't remember what it's called.
Watchmen or something?
I can't remember. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And you had the Red Patriot.
Yes. And now there's a DLC called I think Motherland or Motherload. I which basically means Karen Bowman is returning to Breakpoint after, despite which ending you actually get, or if you get both of them, whichever you want to pick. Basically, she's gonna come back to Breakpoint, which is gonna come as a DLC later on this year. So we're not getting Wildlands 2 basically with all this content which is already in place. You can expand this world, move us to a different region, because even when it comes to the DLCs, the Narco Road and the Fallen Ghosts, the Fallen Ghosts perfectly shows how you can use the same map, but a chunk of it that you probably would have never explored by yourself, or you have.
But they also change the enemies enough to make them separate.
Yeah, so you
adding the camouflaging or adding sort of the dirt bike things, and I know a lot of people maybe complain about Narco Road for being a wee bit separate because it has the rally and the whole truck base things.
Yeah, like nitros for your engine and doing car races, but at the same time, it's to have fun. And the moment, as I said, the Narco Road dropped, people got pissed because, oh my god, this is so out of touch with Ghost Recon series. Then why the fuck did all of you people pre-order Breakpoint? Because of the promise. Because when you got the Breakpoint, I mean, holy shit, look at this stuff. You have cosmetics more than the fucking game. You can dress like a Spec Ops operator, but you have nothing to do there. I mean, you've seen us playing both of these games, like, and I cannot understand why Ubisoft have not received the backslash they should about the Breakpoint in general. But the thing is, they cannot well, they technically could support Wildlands, and maybe they are actually cooking something up in their kitchen, I don't know, it's just a speculation, but they keep pumping in things into Breakpoint to just keep it popular, to keep the money coming in. You have the scale credits, you can buy the scale credits, you can buy some new cars, which is pointless because you can find credits in a while. It just makes no sense. It's like, we need to keep beating this dead horse because it should be alive for the next 5 years, but it's simply not gonna happen. I can't see how that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't get why there's scale credits. I would have done a money making thing for Ubisoft.
because apparently you can buy a chopper in a rebel base or outcast base in a shop for scale credits, which is their own currency on a remote island. So there must be supply and demand from economic standpoint, while in here you don't need money to buy stuff because you are literally physically looting it and you're getting ammo and resupplying your ammo from the rebel crates, which makes absolute sense.
I mean, I've said it multiple times. The Breakpoint storyline, I think, was changed for I don't know what reason. It did not make sense during playthrough. It was not fun really to play. It was kind of boring. It destroyed Walker's character. Rather than making him a humanitarian or really caring about his troops, they made him
I'm planting a mine.
almost a martyr and a sort of a sociopath. No better than any of the ones that he's
over here.
You know, going up against in the past.
Demo's primed and in place.
So
I'm planting a mine.
What's the difference between him?
Yeah, this is pretty good question, to be fair. But
Placing a mine for us
and why were so people and comrades of Nomad, black guy whose name I can't remember.
Beaver.
Thank you. Why was he so just content just to go along with it? Because it makes sense. How does it make sense?
Oh no, Beaver was killed. There was the other black character, whoever that was. Beaver was killed. Holt was killed, which also doesn't really sit with me because in Wildlands this four-person team literally just killed the whole country. And when they landed, they suddenly are unable to assess the damage or understand what's going on. I mean, it kind of undermines their skills, their abilities, their tactical thinking, considering the years have passed. It's not like they just got called out of pension, you know, like of your retirement. Hey, you need to fly over to an island. That means they're still in active service. If shit goes down, they see the chopper basically gets eaten out of the sky. They don't know what's going on. The first instinct of every Spec Ops guy will be to assess the situation and survive. They kick in survive mode. They have none of this stuff. And this is just so weird when it comes to it, because it just goes against everything we've seen here. And that's a nice glitch you did there. Thank you, Ubisoft. We can probably play Harry Potter now. We have our own snitch. Let me try this as well. You just shot a flare gun somewhere.
Yeah, I shot a bit.
Sending up a flare. Eyes out.
Oh.
Here comes a flare.
Alright, firing a flare.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, anyway,
So
I think...
got our own little campfire.
Yeah, we have our own bivouac here. You know, it will be seen from a distance and everything. So yeah, I mean, these are the points we just wanted to touch because, again, you know, Wildlands is great. Breakpoint is there. It fills the void in terms of release from Ubisoft when it comes to Ghost Recon series. And they try to recapture Wildlands, but you cannot recapture something that people have actually put effort in. Because, again, if you visit the shops, if you visit the towns, if you look at this world, it's a living organism almost. Even if those are coded NPCs that are going by the car and the car disappears after 20 miles, it doesn't really matter.
I think the reason they haven't gone back to Wildlands is because there was no money to be made from it. They made all the money they could from the main game and the DLC. There's no additional purchase necessary for Wildlands. The DLCs aren't overly expensive. In all retrospect.
But the game itself is still cost. The standard game is still $49.99.
Because Ubisoft want to make a profit on it, whereas
Shooting a flare.
they can make a profit on things like Breakpoint, because Breakpoint you have the in-game purchases, which, you know, gives them a profit margin. which is why they can probably afford to drop the price of Breakpoint, which is what they did. And the last
They
time
did.
we
They
had this
did. They dropped it down to what, 760?
Yeah, we had this conversation a little while ago, a couple of months, and it was so badly reduced. It was almost an insult to anyone who had bought it.
Yeah, for 60 quid when it just came out, and did the pre-order for 60. How would you feel if half a year later, the game you bought for 60 quid or $60, which is weird,
sale for £8.
is on sale? Yeah, from Ubisoft, not on some CD key site. It's an actual spit in the face of the community, and that was never addressed. People said like, oh, finally this game is cheap. Why is it cheap? Because it's not generating income. And also what people don't understand, even with the price of 760, they were still making profit. This is the key to take away. Wildlands is still $49.99 because it's a great game and people, the community, is still doing things with it. There's mods coming out, there's people playing it, there's milsim action going on, multiplayer is still active, challenge mode with gorilla mode is still active. So the servers are not shut down because they see the interest. At the same time, Ubisoft is very good at just shutting the services for older games which they deem has outlived their usefulness. That means that eventually I won't even be able to play Wildlands because the server will not respond to my DRM call that I have a legitimate copy, which is, well, basically sucks. But this is the age we currently live in. You need to always be online to verify that, well, basically you're the owner of the game. It needs to be on your account. You need to be logged in. You need to be basically approved by the gods that you can access content until they shut down the servers, which has happened to a lot of games. And, well, obviously people have faith that it will not happen, but let's be honest, it's happening all the time, and we just let it go. So yeah. Anyway, on this note and this maybe a little bit of rant, maybe a little bit of thinking about how things were and how they should be, we're gonna leave you guys. We have finished Wildlands again with a fun type, which was basically at the beginning blow stuff up and then kind of sneaky peeky, sneaky stealthy shooty, but at the same time it's all done. Game is finished again. We had a great blast. Thanks to Mr. Death for joining me on the last parts. And yeah, I do believe we're gonna see some other co-op games coming out. If you guys wanna give us a challenge or something to do in Wildlands or Breakpoint, then please don't take Breakpoint or give us challenges in Breakpoint. We will take a look at them and try to accomplish them or anything. If you wanna play with us, just hit us up and we'll see what we can do for you.
Do people want us to actually play Breakpoint again? I mean, in the comments, do you think it's worth us going back to Breakpoint? Is there anything new that you people have seen that play Breakpoint that you think we've overlooked because maybe we've not played it in like a couple of months? Has an update happened or something that you think would radically change us? Now, I'm not expecting the story to change, but the gameplay itself, the mechanics.
Yeah, so if there's any changes, please drop us.
Yeah.
Drop us a note. So on this note, I hope you guys, again, are having a good Saturday. And, well, as always, over and out, we're gonna blow ourselves sky high because that's what we usually do. So thanks for watching. See you next time.